Welcome to the digital learning on the presentation skills. I'm Prasanna Urpikar, Associate Professor in English. Presentation skills is a topic prescribed under job skills for the general English students of third semester BCom studying under Bengaluru City University, Bengaluru. This is the sixth video made for session 6. Learning objectives. To illustrate the use of technology in dispensation of knowledge, to teach the techniques for preparing and delivering a presentation in a well-organized structure. The outcome of this session is this job skill section attempts to facilitate the learners to equip themselves by undergoing a comprehensive training in persuasion presentation skills to be placed at a higher level. For effective presentation, these are the points which need to be kept in mind. Before presentation, plan it and prepare well. Develop relevant and interesting content. Create a clear and logical structure to your presentation. Communicate clearly using a variety of skills and techniques. Use technology suitable for the purpose. You have to create clear supporting documentation for the facts that you have mentioned in your presentation. Purpose of presentation. There are 5 purposes. It is given for persuasion or advocacy. The presentation is given for training, for teaching and learning, for information dispensation, and at times for assessment. Now let us have a look at the purpose of presentation. The first purpose of presentation. It is advocacy or persuasion. This presentation usually involves persuading members of the audience to take some action or make a decision. For example, support a cause, buy a product or service, etc. This type of presentation will need a combination of relevant factual content delivered in a convincing and confident style. Second purpose of presentation is training. This type of presentation includes examples where students may demonstrate their skills in the use of equipment and also their skills as a trainer or teacher. These types of presentations may be used to practice, demonstrate, and eventually assess the level of these skills and techniques. Examples here include demonstrating the use of a piece of equipment or demonstrating a medical procedure and alike. The third purpose of presentation is teaching and learning. Almost all presentations should have some elements of teaching and learning as part of their purpose. It is useful to develop a deeper understanding of a topic or text, cover specific areas of the curriculum in more detail, explain an experiment or cooking process, or as a technical aid of an invited subject expert to speak on a given topic. The fourth purpose of presentation is information dispensation. In some circumstances, this could be seen as familiar to teaching, but the aim of this type of presentation could be to communicate as much information as possible in the time available. The purpose of the presentation may be to describe a new policy, outline a set of instructions, and give a progress report on some research or development. This type of presentation is used in many organizations where students or employees are expected to report progress at key stages of a project. For a student situation, a colloquium could have this purpose, where he or she presents his or her research aims and results, then answer questions from the audience. The fifth purpose of presentation is assessment. Student presentations are frequently assessed and may be awarded a percentage of the marks that contribute to the overall module mark and credits. Use of assessment can have a positive advantage. For some students, presentations offer opportunities to earn a higher grade or marks. They may evolve as better communicators and presenters with their use of speech, visuals, and technology. Now let us have a look at the three important components of a presentation. First one, the audience. The more you know about your audience, the more relevant and interesting your presentation will be. How can you engage people if you don't have a clue what really interests them? But how can you find out? Where do you start? Try responding these questions. Why are they there? What do they want from the presentation? How do they listen? What will they remember? What will turn them on or off, make them comfortable or uncomfortable? What language do they speak? How much do they know? What questions will they ask? What will they find hard to listen to? What are their business needs? How do you find out about them? Can you analyze their response? What might make them hostile? How will you get feedback from them? The second important component of a presentation is the presenter. The presenter needs to ask the question before his presentation preparation. Why are you there? What do you want to achieve? What do you look like? What do you sound like? What will you do about nerves? How will you rehearse? How will you remember what to say? What is charisma? How will you handle questions? What will you do if they are hostile? How will you keep your energy up? How will you introduce yourself? Is there an efficient way of handling the technology? The response to these questions would make you realize how you have got to prepare your presentation and how it has to be presented. Now, the next important component of a presentation is the presentation itself. What is it trying to achieve? So you have, before preparation, you have to put these questions. What is it about? What are its limits? What visuals or handouts will be needed? What technology is available? How long should it be? Will it need a follow-up? How will the information it contained be remembered? Which parts will be difficult or hard to understand? How will the script be prepared? So each of these components are very important for a successful presentation. No matter how well constructed the presentation is, if it is badly delivered, it will fail. No matter how well delivered the presentation is, if it doesn't make sense, then it will fail. Most importantly of all, even if the presentation is perfect and the presenter inspired and charismatic, if the audience isn't interested or engaged, then the presentation will certainly fail. Hence, everything here should be in coordination. So, the summary of this session. You have learned the presentation skills, purpose of presentation, that is advocacy or persuasion, training, teaching and learning, information dispensation, assessment. And also you have learned the vital components of presentation. The references made in preparing this session are shown here on the screen. Thank you, students. Thank you for listening to this video.